Hello people, we're back.
Welcome back.
Episode 10. What can we say about this one?
Big one today.
Big one.
I mean, as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something different, isn't it?
Can you blur and bleep what I just said as well?
Like what I did with Ferris.
Yeah. And then, big reveal, we have Micah Baxter from behind. So special guest, Micah Baxter.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for coming on. Hope you enjoy it. And,
Yeah, when EJ told me, I was like, really? How? I was like, fair enough.
I was just spamming his Instagram DMs to be
Let's
fair.
get this guy off my case.
The DMs to start off with were a bit weird.
Right.
That is
Right.
I
mental.
won't mention them ones.
I feel like we should mention them ones.
I don't even know how I introduced myself, to be fair.
Oh, my name's Irvin.
No, I definitely didn't say Irvin. There's no way. No, I think I was like, what did I say? Would you be up for coming on a podcast? I think
Straight up.
straight up, straight to the point. Bam.
Was it Becky?
Yeah. I said I don't know.
No, to be fair,
That same question with 2 of her kisses. Fine, I'll do it.
yeah,
Anyway, that's the way to Micah's heart.
networking, bro. But yeah, so we're here, episode 10.
Just done a little mix for us, haven't you?
Yeah,
How'd you find it?
yeah, it's right.
Yeah? That was sick. I'm not gonna lie, that was like...
There's so many
that was
tunes.
bangers.
That was my
I was
jam
like,
now.
I want to get groovy. I can't lie.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you had a few more Coronas down here, you probably would have done.
this one will put me out, to be fair. So yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Don't know what there is to tell, really. I'm local from Wisbech, which I don't know if the people know where that is, but not too far from Peterborough. But
We've got a banging Tesco, to be fair.
Is that the underground one?
That's the underground one, yeah.
Yeah, car meets.
Car meets was sick there, I'll be honest.
How long you been DJing for?
DJing, I think about 5-6 years, and producing for 3 years now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the first year counts of each, because the first year is always awful.
Yeah, it's just fucking around, isn't it? What made you go into producing? Like,
Oh, first, what made you want to DJ? So obviously
Yeah,
you started
that's true.
DJing first.
The DJing side, I started doing seasons when I was 19, 20. And I was over doing seasons, and I started DJing through the season, like work. I was like PR and staff with like bringing people into the bars.
Okay, fine, no.
And then sort of learnt how to DJ out there, and then it all just stemmed from there.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Was it always sort of house music, or were you...
Not out there. You have
No?
to be, problem is you have to be more versatile.
Yeah.
But I'd always tend to go back to house because that's what my real interest was. But
Yeah.
then it'd always be like, oh, can you play a bit of something else, if you know what I mean? So you
Yeah.
have to be a bit more versatile and, in the words, a bit more commercial, because that's what seasonal work is.
Yeah.
was that abroad or was that in
Yeah,
the UK?
in Greece.
Yeah. Greece, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want to say it, but it was in Malio. But I'll get stemmed upon that.
Did that for 2 years or just
4.
4 years?
4 years?
Bloody hell.
So
How
I'm
did
wearing
you
a hat
find
so
it?
no one can recognise me.
Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some memories.
Yeah.
I bet you got some stories.
They're all locked away. They don't come out to anyone.
Did you do that by yourself or did you?
Yeah, literally just
Really?
booked the one-way flight.
Just signed up and...
It was like, I wanted to obviously go to Ibiza.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't always think that I'm very like out there with decision making and stuff.
Yeah.
So like going to Ibiza is like a big decision, and
Yeah.
it could be out there very hit or miss because it's such a big
Quite
place.
competitive.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to do it, don't they? That's
the thing.
Ibiza's the place to.
And you literally go to any of them Greek islands or anything, you can literally just get a job like that. No matter what you do, they'll just
Yeah.
go, can you work here? Can you work there? Can you work here? You can
Feel
pick
like-
up a job in a day.
Bit of a bigger place as well, isn't it? Like, I'd imagine.
It's more very compact.
Yeah.
Like you can walk from
Oh,
one end of
really?
the town to the other, yeah.
Because I feel like Ibiza, from my experience, would feel quite like, I don't know, everything's so tight together. Like,
But
you're
then you've got like
competing a bit
Bossa
more.
and San Antonio, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
that's true.
constantly
Yeah.
between the two.
I've never actually been to like Ibiza Old Town, but I just felt like there was no escape. Like it was like 24/7 everywhere.
That's the thing. I think if I was over there, I'd be a bit of a menace. I wouldn't ever sleep.
Yeah. Well, I like to think like Greece, that you could probably go chill out maybe.
Yeah, and because there weren't stuff happening. Obviously, it'd be late nights, so like 6 in the morning. But then there's not after parties or anything, so you can then go to bed if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because it was working 7 days a week, so you do need. If you are working that amount of time, you do need rest.
Yeah. Well, I know some people that do seasons in Ibiza, and like you don't hear from them in months.
Really?
They're literally like dead.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how they do it.
No, I don't think I could do that. To be fair, like
I couldn't do one night. I've been IB for it.
You
I
are-
can do it now.
you are getting old, isn't it?
I
So-
am, mate. I am.
I find you go to raves with some friends. I don't know if you've got friends like this. We'll get to like
I've got friends.
10. No. you know when they're like, it gets to like 10, they're like, oh, I want to go home.
Me.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, in Ibiza, you go till like 8 a.m.
That's the problem. I've got friends who are 10 p.m. ones, and I'm the friend who's a 10 a.m. one.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
we're still going. We're still going.
Yeah, like, well, it doesn't finish for another 3 hours. Do you know what I mean? We've come this far.
Yeah, I've come that far. Yeah, literally.
I think that's way more common. Like, we obviously know what we know, but it's way more common for people to leave early.
It is the people with missuses as well. They'll get the missus on the phone and going,
No
"Where are
comments?
you? What you up to?"
Who you with?
Sorry, what? But
So, apart from Greece, do you want to talk to us a little bit about your first event you performed at in the UK? How did that go, if you remember?
well, he's not that old.
Nah, no, I'm just saying.
Trying to stand back now. It weren't just one event. I've done a lot of. Well, that comes across the wrong thing because I didn't do a lot of events. But when I first started back in the UK, it was a lot of events, and I'd get there, play the opening set, and it'd be not one person in the room apart from the bar staff or anything.
Yeah.
And that is a bit diminishing in some ways because you like get there, and then there's set after set after set, you're playing to nobody, and then as soon as the guy comes on after you, then the room starts.
It starts to pack out. Yeah, yeah.
But I had a thing, when was it, last year? And it was, when I first started off, I played an event down in Essex, and that was to nobody. And obviously they remembered who I was and stuff. Got an emailer from last year, and then they booked me then to take over from Wheats last year at Maidstone.
Wow.
So obviously, it is sort of, it does pay off eventually, because if they sort of do remember you and keep tabs of you,
Yeah.
which I think they must have, and then they got in contact with me all these years later and then had me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
I think to that aspect, there's definitely a lot to be said to like stay humble, like
And just
stay,
keep pushing.
stay in
yeah.
your own lane, crack on with what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't expect
like,
it all in one
it will
go.
come
innit? You've got to
naturally, won't
start
it?
somewhere.
But yeah, I find there's quite a lot of people who just want to go in and play a full room.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, everyone wants to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the dream.
Yeah.
You've got to prove yourself, haven't you? at the
Yeah,
end
that's
of the
a
day?
lot of these event and promoters don't want. Well, I say don't want. They won't put a brand new DJ on straight away,
No.
No, 100%.
and they want to get to know people, and then you sort of have to work your way up. There is sometimes it will happen like that. You'll just get
Yeah.
on anything, but
Yeah.
I think
How would you get in them like events back then?
I would just keep messaging
Messaging
brands
people,
and
yeah.
stuff, or I'd go to their event and meet like the promoter, and then just introduce myself, just give them a bit about me, and just say, look, I'm open to coming to play at one of your events. Here's my contact details.
Yeah.
And 75% of the time, you'd never hear of them again. But then you'd have that odd 25 that would message you and, oh yeah, would you come play at our event? And then
Yeah.
it was all opening sets. But then what you'll find is once you are playing them opening sets, they'll gradually build up, and
Yeah.
you'll start playing maybe not the 10 to 11, the 11 to 12 set.
What would you say is like the key time slot?
Yeah, the peak time to DJ.
What's your favourite time slot?
Yeah.
So I like, say if the event is running 10 till 4,
Yeah.
I would like to be on between 1 and 3.
Okay.
If that was my preferred, because you can get there,
Yeah.
have a bit of a chill, have a drink,
Yeah.
and meet the people behind. Then after you set, you can do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
And you can meet people and have a bit of a chat and still go on the dance floor and stuff. It's also the closing. I like a closing set, but there's so much like built up tension just waiting to
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
I feel like when it's closing, like when it actually ends, you're like, shit, it's actually ended.
Yeah.
Like that feeling, like, I'll go home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you finish all the lights
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
You're like, I'm done now.
Oh.
feel
Would
like
you-
you killed the mood.
Would you say like 2 hours then is your sweet spot sort of thing?
Yeah, I thought if I play an hour, it's hard to, I feel like, express yourself in an hour set.
Yeah.
Because that first half hour you sort of get into it, and the
Yeah.
last half hour, then you go for it. But it also depends on what time you're playing as well. But if you play sort of over an hour, you can have that warm up set and then proper get into it.
Yeah. I don't know, you have to tell me what it's like, but like when I've been to events where, you know, you've got like, I remember Kaluki's birthday when you had Jamie Jones, Joseph Capriati and someone else. Do you feel you still have to do that warm up even when you come on after someone
no,
like
no,
Jamie
just-
Jones?
just-
Just go straight forward.
What if I was on after them,
Yeah.
or if it was them?
Would you still have like your own warm up, or would you just go straight in?
Well, I say warm up, but then you say if you've got a set of, I don't know, it's 5 killer tracks that you want to play in your set. I wouldn't just go straight in with the
Yeah.
5 and then
Oh,
leave the rest of the set. It's just sort of the tracks that you might play, if you know what I mean. I sort of space them around about the set, so you keep the sort of set bouncing, like, I don't know, every sort of 10, 15 minutes played like an absolute belter, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Unless you've got an absolute 2 hours of absolute straight through belters.
Yeah.
I could not imagine that if someone played 2 hours of straight belters, mate. I'd want to go home after. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think-
like, no
Make
way.
it so hard for the DJ next.
literally.
There is definitely like, even as someone at a rave, like there's definitely part of a journey, isn't there? Like building up to it and then being like, wow, that was such a good fucking track.
Yeah, 100%.
And then like looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, it's nice to have that break in between
Yeah.
bangers. Do you know what I mean?
Like
So,
go get a drink.
go get a drink, come back. Nate's playing a banger.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
But I
Running
always feel
back.
like that first track always has to be like
A booter, innit?
sort of a head turner, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's the thing, like when someone ends, people are like, right, let's go get a drink or go to the toilet.
And then they walk away and oh no,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, turn
exactly,
around,
yeah.
go straight back.
And
Yeah.
I've done that before,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
nah, we ain't leaving.
Yeah.
Like when you think, oh, we're going to go to a different stage, see someone else, and they start banging.
Yeah, they start
tunes,
queuing up some
you're
next
like,
banger. You're
nah,
like,
we're staying here.
yeah.
I feel like you have to let the audience know like what's coming, if you
What
know
you're
what I
about,
mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
100%.
Do you plan your sets beforehand or do you just wing it?
I do and I don't. I say I do. I'll have different playlists in my thing. Like I'll have a playlist of set tracks I want to exactly play.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like a playlist of like secondary tracks that
Yeah.
they're maybes. Or I'll have also a playlist of if something's going wrong and I'm clearing a dance or a track, like maybe say Pump Up the Jam or something like that you can just bang on.
Yeah.
And the crowd are going to love it no matter what. So I'll have a lot of praise for them. But I think you have to. Sometimes people like Jamie and Corolla and stuff, they can play a set and the whole thing's going to be busy no matter what.
Yeah.
But like people like me who are playing like, people could go off somewhere else.
Yeah.
So sort of I do try and read the crowd at the same time as I could play one song. I feel like people are like sort of looking away chatting,
Yeah,
so then you change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it depends where you are. I mean, we've been a few places. You can play certain things, and then you go another place, and you can't play them. So, like say Stanford.
Stanford, yeah.
You got to play vocal stuff.
Yeah, because I'm
You gotta
very
play
UKG based.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
it's-
got to play things
yeah.
what's like they know they can sing to as well. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean, you can't just go hard on just house. If you
Yeah,
know what I mean, because
yeah.
then they're like, "Oh, can you play Oasis or can you play?" Honestly, like, that's something you got to play songs.
Is that Voodoo Lounge?
Yeah,
Voodoo Lounge,
I've been in there a couple of times.
It's a proper giggle in there, though.
Literally,
I'll be
we was
honest.
playing house sort of last year, and
Yeah.
this girl comes to me, she goes, "My mate's birthday, can you play Oasis?" I was like, "Really?" And then it was Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
It's always Little Mix as well, sitting on the phone. They'll type
On
it
the phone!
they'll type it in Snapchat and just hold it up.
Yeah. No, you're right, mate.
But it's weird you say that, though, because obviously, when I tried playing UKG at that night, it died off.
Yeah, it
But
did, yeah.
When me and Ethan played UKG that night, you were supposed to come out.
But it's the same night when I went quite early, but I played UKG first.
Yeah.
That night it went off.
Oh, yeah, it's
But
weird.
the night we did it, but I think it was a Friday night we did that
I
other
think so,
night.
yeah.
I think that's where it all comes down to crowd reading, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
you can't guarantee what crowd you're going to get, and
I mean, we were supposed to play techno that night. We definitely know where Milton's going to play techno. Like, you know what I mean?
I think if you're playing like a sold out event, like Warehouse Project or something, you could play whatever set you want.
Yeah, 100%.
Because no one's there will be people leave, but you won't even notice it if you're not, because there's that many people in there.
Yeah.
But when you're playing like a room, I don't know, between like 100 and 500 people, you can notice the people leaving.
100%. Yeah.
And a lot of them are in cities where there's other events going on as well, so they could soon leave from yours to
Yeah,
go somewhere else.
Yeah.
have you had any sets where like that's happened? Sort of where you think, oh shit, I've like lost a
The
crowd.
ending
or-
set, when the lights come on, they walk away.
Yeah.
That is the hardest one, I think, the closing set, because
Really.
that is when people just leave because they want to leave, and you're trying to fish them back in and not
Yeah.
just stay. But
Yeah.
Can't get them. So when someone says, "Oh, should we go home?" Like their mindset's already there, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, literally.
But then some people probably think because it's the last one, they're like, just go hard now.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't go too like, just
You want people coming back for more, on that closing set.
Yeah.
It's just like you've got to be. Yeah, I just feel like you've got to be super.
So I
careful.
guess it's quite a hard one to have
Yeah.
closing.
and you can always notice the people leaving. You're like, oh, another one.
Got eyes on you.
You'll get on the mic.
But that is, oh yeah, get back in here. Get the old bouncers on the door.
Shut the doors.
No one's leaving until I'm finished.
Last entry outside is 4 a.m.
So what got you into producing them? How did that all come about?
I feel like if you want to get gigs at more places, at bigger venues, bigger events and stuff, you need to have a bit of personality about your DJing.
Yeah.
You need to take yourself to that next step and give yourself a bit of, not a genre, but people look at you and think, yeah, that's his sound, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's, you need, and like having your own tracks and stuff as well. Like, people can play your tracks and they go, yeah, that's that guy's tracks. Oh, we want to book him because they're playing his track and they're playing his track.
Yeah.
I think it does boost you up more and put you on more of a platform to then push yourself out on to get booked for gigs.
Yeah.
I think this will literally what I've said. Like, it gives people a reason to book you. Because
Yeah.
if you've got unreleased stuff, they can't book someone else for them to play your track. Like,
Because there's so many DJs now.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it seems over the last 10 years, I don't know, 1 in 4 of your mates is a DJ, if you know what I mean. So
yeah.
there's so many DJs, but you need that something to set you apart from that other DJ up the road or that other one in town.
Yeah.
And if you have got them tracks, they're more inclined to book you because you've got the track on that label, or you've got that unreleased track, like you said, or does give you personality and something about you rather
Yeah.
than just because any DJ could play any song and just press a button and
Yeah.
Even as like someone who goes to the events, like if you go to like a Pauser event or something, you're gonna hit unreleased tracks,
that's the thing.
and like they like as a promoter, you'd know that's gonna pull heads
Yeah.
because people are coming to listen to.
I
those
think you
tracks.
look more legit as well when you start making your own music, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, you mean.
You're
know,
backing up what you can do.
You've got identity, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you feel? How long did it take you then, really, from like starting to produce to feeling like, yeah, I've got the hang of this, and I'm gonna start
Yeah, like
pumping
your first
stuff out?
time you ever went to start making a track, was it like?
First time I ever made a track, I thought it was bollocks. Second one, you
Jamie
think, yeah,
Jones, sign it.
no, honestly, I was. It was like, yeah, this is so good. Like, I can't believe I'm making this. And then you listen to it now and think, what the hell?
So how did
What
you
was
learn
it?
how to do it then? Was it just you just learnt yourself? Or?
Yeah, just self-taught. I started during COVID because you have a lot more time.
Yeah.
And I was more at home and I thought, right, this is where, if COVID didn't come, I think I'd still struggle to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got enough time in the day
Yeah.
to sort of learn with work and stuff. So I felt like that gave me the time to learn how to do it. But just watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I watched a lot of track breakdowns as well, like how people made tracks,
Yeah.
what plugins they used, how they done this, how they done that. But I wouldn't say, now look back at it, that I was really happy with the stuff I was making till about a year ago.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
What do you feel was like?
Yeah. What do you think changed for you to think
did-
that?
I didn't really release anything for like, I was making stuff all over the spectrum, from like 90s house to minimal to tech house, even speed garage, and like breakbeat and everything. And with that, yeah, it was good, but the other thing, it didn't give me an identity again.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't got a set sound,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing, but I think now I've got my set sort of minimal sound. People now say, oh, that's your sound.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that gives you that identity again to put you in that category. And yeah, that's why we want to book him, because that sound fits our event.
I guess you could focus more on that sound.
Yeah.
Obviously, said you was doing all them others, but now if you just focus on your minimal, then you're just gonna.
The thing is, how do you build up an EP when you've got one track of breakbeat and one track of minimal?
Yeah.
It's
I think
all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
I can tell that from like your mix, like hearing a lot of the sounds. Like I literally think like this is your groove. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
can
Yeah.
tell
definitely
that was
agree,
your
yeah,
sort of
100%.
production.
Yeah.
That deep sort of
Yeah,
minimal sound.
like good bits of vocals in there. Like people are gonna recognise the sound or the beat.
So that's what when I I took a break from releasing anything, and I sound like I'm a monk here, but I had a good hard sort of long think. And when you go to events and stuff, I was looking and thinking, what track does always everyone get the phones out,
Yeah.
everyone go mad at, and absolutely love? It'll all be the tracks that has a well-known vocal in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, always.
Yeah.
You can play an original, which you think is absolutely sick, but you still won't get the reaction ever to a track with a well-known vocal in it.
Mhm. That's literally like what I was thinking downstairs when you played some of them. I was like, you just know if you played that like Warehouse Project, it would fucking
It'd actually go off. Yeah.
But that's, yeah, I would say I get a lot of like stick for playing a lot of edits and making a lot of edits as well. But at the same time, I've looked at the crowd and what,
It's what people like.
yeah. And it's not a straight sort of tech house edit. I played sort of like the deep minimal edits, it's still my sound.
Yeah.
But it like incorporates that like well-known vocal that people like into like a minimal track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they might not have heard otherwise.
No.
Like, what have you say you've got a bit of stick about like some of?
So, well, you'll always get stick from everyone
That's
if you're
true,
in.
yeah,
that's
Like,
true.
whatever
100%.
sort of,
Yeah.
even if you're at the top, still like Jamie and Marco will still get stick off people like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
You'll always get it.
Everyone likes different things, don't they?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, of course. Talk about producing. Who would be like the dream person you'd love to collaborate on a track with?
Ooh. I would say at the moment it would have to be Wheats or Sosa.
Wait, oh, that'd be fun. I'd say so.
Why is
Is
that?
that what you're going to see?
Friday, yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, see him tomorrow. Yeah.
That's tomorrow, and
Yeah.
Fabric.
What are you saying?
Should pop down.
The thing is, I was gonna.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Why is that then? What makes you pick them? Is it you just like the sound that they're producing at the moment, or?
I like Wheats to sound very much has that deep sort of minimal tracks that I sort of like as well. And Sosa wise, he does do the same sort as Wheats, but a bit more not so deep, but he has a lot of I don't know what you like warpy bass hits and stuff.
Yeah.
He's mad. And that's the sort of stuff that I like as well.
Yeah.
All that like womp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the warm. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
The
like,
bass
you
line.
hear
I just
it
call
on
it
the
the
sound
wall.
system,
I was
you're
saying
like,
that earlier.
oh,
so
yeah,
I
you did.
love that so much.
Yeah.
Man.
It's them deep like bouncy bass
Yeah,
hits.
yeah.
It makes
I
you
think-
think. Oh,
Stinker. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's
literally.
going on? 100%.
I think it's 100%. When I was at Warehouse and Joseph Capriati dropped Every Little Time by Matt Guy, that was the first time I heard it, and like I love that tune so much. But it's like got that deep like bass.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that's mad. Literally like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, 100%.
I just feel like they're two producers at the moment who can't be touched, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Every venue they do is selling out, and every track. Wheats' Box Red releases, just every one hits #1 on Beatport.
Yeah.
Like, not even his, but every track off a label.
Really?
He's just so good at selecting tracks for the label at the
Yeah.
moment. And he knows what is right for that label and what is going to hit.
Yeah, he's
And just
proper
every
on it.
track is a hit.
Yeah.
what was I going to say? So I asked this to everyone. I don't know if you go out much around this area. What do you think of the local nightlife, like events and sort of thing?
We're about to get ripped to shreds.
I can't remember the last time I went out in Peterborough. See,
Probably for the best.
this is the thing. If I'm not going to an event, I'm not a club person. I'm very much a pub person who will sit like this
Yeah.
in a pub and just
Have a few
have down
beers.
the pints and
Yeah.
have a bit of karaoke and
Yeah.
whatnot. If you know what I mean, that's the person. I'm not a. We'll go in a club and
Yeah.
list the music where you can't talk and stuff. I'm quite like a, sort of a social person. We'll just sit on like a sofa and just chat to the person in the club.
Yeah. I think like we've sort of turned into that as well, innit?
I prefer just chilling now.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's at mine or if it's even here.
Yeah.
or
I am though, because last year was a myth, man. Every weekend.
Every
like
weekend
six,
we're
well,
out.
more. Like 8 months, 8-9 months, most weekends. It was
July
just-
till no.
Where in?
Bro, you got problems.
There's something
No,
wrong
not.
with
I
you,
mean,
bro.
we were doing like events all
Oh.
over
Oh.
and stuff. Not like we weren't going out like in
Oh,
Peterborough
what, you
every
meant in
month.
That's what
No, like,
Flares.
He
there's
loves
nothing
that
wrong
place.
with flares.
Flares is a good crack to be. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Sometimes. We'll change that. Don't worry.
I can't do it.
But obviously, you've played at under
Yeah.
and like so. It's definitely there. Like Peterborough can do it.
I
Sort
would,
of.
yeah, I'd go out in Peterborough for stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do flares or anything like that.
I think you'd love Brewery Tap, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd sit me there, I'm alright. But yeah, nightlife. That's the only problem with nightlife around here is no venues.
Yeah.
That's what I mentioned to you earlier.
Yeah.
Just such a lack of venues. Like even if you go to like Cambridge or whatever, still such.
You
a
could hop in Cambridge. Like we've done it. Like you could hop between
It's still
venues in
dead, though.
Cambridge. It's still dead, but at least you have the choice. Do you know what I
I
mean?
think
Yeah.
we've
So-
said about this before though. When you can hop between venues, like say like when we did our event, you're playing like bangers and tunes, but it's so easy for people to leave, go somewhere else,
Yeah.
or move around.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing against them or us, but if they've got that option for them, why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Whereas at a rave, they're in.
You're
isn't it?
locked
They're
in.
committed.
Yeah.
I think there is room for like an event to happen around it. Like Mixo used to do like every Friday.
Yeah.
And I think people do miss that not having that something house based around
Something
it.
different. Then.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Slowly but
What
surely.
do you expect?
Let us cook. Let us cook.
Going back to the pub then, what's your pint of choice?
Don't say Guinness.
Yeah, I feel like you're a Guinness person.
Nah,
get
not-
it.
I'm gonna say Madry.
No, I did
Nah.
like Marjorie, but
Just
now I've
because you're a
moved,
football player, and every football player likes Madry.
now I've moved to Prava.
Yes, come on.
Prava and Asahi.
Yes. Asahi's my
Asahi,
favourite.
yeah.
Oh, we
Asahi's
went to
good.
London on Sunday and we found this Chinese restaurant just off Oxford Street. We walked past it and see in the winter January sale, £3 pints of Asahi in London.
Yeah.
But you
10
spent the whole
points
day
later.
there, yeah. Did you order any food?
No. They said, are you coming there for food? We go, no, just the points. We're like the ones on the window, the £3 ones.
How much for, like, oh yeah, one like 10, please.
Where in the world can you get Asahi for £3?
No, that's
Especially on
true.
Oxford Street.
Yeah,
That's
what
true.
the fuck?
What's the place called?
I don't know.
We're going tomorrow, innit? We'll go Oxford Street, innit?
we'll just
They've only got it on in January, so I'll be quick.
Oh, yeah, shit, true. We'll be able to then.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Whenever I get an Asahi glass, mate, take it home. I've got like 4 at home.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that's criminal.
the glasses are the best.
That's
But
criminal.
it's one of them places where you walked into the door, and I reckon it looked about as big as it does up here. There's a bar along there, and there's just like 2 tables in the corner. We thought, oh, it's a small restaurant. And she goes, oh, then we ordered the Asahi, and then she just popped downstairs, and we're like, there's Asahi like pint things in front of us. We're like, where'd she get them from? Then she come back up the stairs with 2 pints again. And like we went out, done a bit of shopping, come back in later to have a few more. And then we go, oh, what's downstairs? She goes, I took you. And we went downstairs, it's a massive full-on restaurant.
What?
Really?
We're like, oh, that's where they're getting them from. Like full underground, like you went down the stairs. It
Wow.
must have been like
Was it busy?
fairly.
We'll have to
Really?
find that tomorrow
Yeah.
or Friday,
Sounds like a
Saturday.
spot.
We'll have
It's
to
like one of
find
them
that.
Narnia doors. You just go down the
Yeah.
stairs and it's just like a massive restaurant.
Yeah.
£3, yeah.
That's banging.
Must be getting them commission for this now.
Yeah. So on events then, what has been one of your favourite events you've been to as like a raver?
It is hard now. Because I feel like the dance hall now has died a lot from what it was sort of 4 or 5 years ago, I feel like there is a new sort of, I say people, but there's a lot different people now on the dance floor than there was, say, 5, 6 years ago. Like when I went Warehouse Project, there's just so many people in like balaclavas.
Yeah.
Nothing
What is
wrong with
that
Artex
about?
jackets, but literally, it was literally the
Hot
Artex
steppers.
jackets
Yeah, no.
up to here with
Yeah.
the hoods up. It's like you're in the crowd at Warehouse Project, you turn around, they're just like staring at you like, I didn't feel safe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
You want to feel like in a safe environment in them places.
Yeah, fuck that.
You got all the people that have shirts off but balaclavas on and big chains. Like,
What's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
what are you
what are
doing?
you doing, bro?
Yeah,
It's just
literally.
TikTok. It's just that's what it is, isn't it?
But some venues have banned all that now, which is good.
Yeah, we got kicked
But
out of
like,
them once because someone had a
imagine-
balaclava.
because of
on.
Artex
Yeah.
jackets.
No, a balaclava.
Don't know.
Yeah, and there's
Don't know what you're on about, mate.
Were you at Warehouse Project, you two? A couple of
Yeah, we were at,
No, it was Met Lounge.
yeah, we're in the Met Lounge.
It was Sin Central's event, wasn't it? Fucking, he started scrapping because of him.
I don't know why though, because the bounce.
You had a balaclava on.
And then,
Nah.
like, since then, we've been round his house, so we've been chilling with him. And
Yeah,
that.
just been chilling with him.
Did
To
an
be
event
fair, he
with him.
didn't really mind.
No, it weren't. It's other like mate,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's just the bouncer, and the bouncer put it on, and he rolled it down.
Yeah,
Right,
nah.
I'll put a photo there somewhere. If I can find it. Adding on to that, then obviously best rave as a raver. What was the best sort of event that you've DJ'd at so far?
Yeah, what's your favourite?
What's your favourite? What's your like?
What's your
fuck?
favourite one, and what's the biggest one you've done?
There was a couple last year, like that sort of I got off and thought, cool, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I enjoy. I played Fabric Room 2 and closed that
nice.
last February. No, sorry, January.
Yeah,
And that was a pretty big one. Like going to Fabric when I was sort of younger, not DJing,
yeah,
or like when I started DJing, and then playing there last year, thinking, cool, coming from the dance hall
Yeah.
now, I'm,
Yeah.
like playing it. And I got off, I sort of sat down and like in the green room after and thought, fuck me, that just happened,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
and that was a cool one. But I also, like you mentioned Under earlier, I had that. I've always wanted to play a local one
Yeah.
where a lot of people around. 'Cause when I'm playing like Liverpool or Manchester or London, you look on dance hall, I know it's going to happen always, but you don't know anyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so nice that when I played Under, to like look in the crowd and you like know so many people,
Yeah.
and then you go in there after
Yeah.
and you're like chatting to everyone you know, and
Yeah.
all like, and that was a good thing as well because I've had so many people go, oh, where you playing? And you tell them, oh, I'm playing in Manchester. It's a
Yeah.
bit far. If not me, I'm not going
Yeah,
to come.
yeah.
So it was nice to play a local one where like everyone I know sort of could come and
Yeah, and just jam out.
yeah.
100%.
That's true. Any other clubs in London you've done?
I done Hear It Out in it on New Year's Eve
What a venue.
New Year's Eve as well.
3
What a
weeks
venue.
ago.
Yeah.
That's mental.
That is probably one of the best sounding venues I've been
I still
to
haven't been
in
there.
London.
And the
like,
big
it's-
screen behind as well.
But that screen is mental behind that.
And they've brought
honestly.
the decks now, not on the stage, but down.
Really?
Yeah,
So
haven't
you're
they
now
changed
level
the
with the crowd.
screen size as well or something?
No, I think the screen's still on the stage,
Yeah.
but I don't know what they use the stage for now. I
Brought
think
people
people
closer,
stand on
didn't
it.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think I
just
did
brought the
see
stage
that.
down.
Yeah.
People were saying how they felt a bit like disconnected or something like that.
Yeah, because it was more like a festival setup because
Yeah.
the stage was a lot higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, I rated that. Like they listened to everyone what they were saying
Yeah.
when they changed it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of venues are going like that. Studio 338 has brought
Yeah,
the
see
thing
that
down
as
as
well.
well.
It's like the 360 parties, though, isn't it? They're getting very more intimate with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting closer to the crowd.
Yeah, getting
and
the
stuff.
getting the crowd closer to DJs, which is a big thing I think happened in 23. Like
Yeah.
it's boomed.
Yeah.
360's boomed. Like,
You do always have people like hanging over the fence in front of you. Just like,
It's
When
like,
you-
right, mate.
probably
when
me,
you're
to be
playing, you
fair.
always have the people at the front just hanging over. Like, come on, mate,
Hanging
move a
on
little
for
bit.
dear life.
Where would be your favourite place you'd like to?
What's a dream?
Yeah. What's your dream?
I literally said this the other day and I can't even think where I said now. That's it. I'd like to play the concourse at Warehouse Project
Oh, that'd be so.
just because that is also that 360.
Yeah.
And I think it's just such a sick room because it's not, they ain't got mega production in there,
No,
but it sounds unreal.
it sounds
Yeah.
sick.
And
now,
that
yeah.
whole setup of everyone behind you
Yeah.
and to the side and
Being able to see everyone as well.
As
Yeah.
well, yeah. You turn around, there's people there cheering you on. You're like,
And it is because you're down with the crowd as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And the people behind you are up slightly a bit more, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is like you're fully immersed in the crowd.
And like the booth's big enough, you have like whoever you've taken with you and like you can enjoy it.
You can actually enjoy
Yeah,
it.
that
And,
booth's
like,
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you always see I don't know whoever it is with them, but you just can imagine like DJing there with your mates or something. Like it'd just be unreal.
It's the dream.
I remember I
100%.
saw Ben Hemsley there, and this, you know, like on the back of the stage, there's a stairs up, isn't there?
Mm.
This guy walked up and he's like walking to go in the booth, and I was like, oh, like, how do you know Ben or whatever? He was like, oh, I'm just his neighbour. Like he'd invited his neighbour down. I was
Fair
like,
play
what?
to
That's
him.
mental.
Play, that's mental. No, that's
But,
jokes.
yeah, that would be mad.
I never like to look too big ahead, if you know what I mean, because I don't know, I'm just not like a massive aspirational person, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
look at, yeah, I'll be playing like, I don't know, DC 10 in 5 years' time. I'd never look at it because I don't, personally, I can't see myself ever playing there, but you never know. So
You
I
never
like
know
to
what's
sort
gonna
of
happen, yeah.
look at smaller places that could potentially happen. So if not, you just get too excited over nothing.
That's like, like 5 years ago. Would you think you are where you are now?
Well, no, that's what's like when I come off playing the Fabric, I sort of sat down on the sofa after and just had a minute. I thought, what the hell's just happened?
Yeah,
Mm.
literally.
I
I've
think-
got like that. It just playing local, like.
Yeah.
I'll be playing in flares. Sorry, but to me, I used to go out in flares when I was younger. Then you'd never
Exactly,
thought back
it's
then I was ever
weird.
going to be fucking DJing.
Yeah. Did you
there,
ever
and it's
think
just-
you were going to spin flares?
Nah.
And Red Room?
Nah.
Literally.
It's
just
crazy.
one of them
I
ones,
know.
yeah.
I know they're not like big venues
No,
like
but-
Fabric, but it's. I know how you feel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just,
it's a potential that it could lead into something bigger, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
you're just like, shit. Like, where could it go from here? Like,
I mean, we've got things, and
Yeah.
that's gonna make us like, fuck.
just excited.
We'll
isn't it?
see. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm excited for this year. To be fair, I'm really
Yeah.
excited as Nearo.
But the thing is, now you've like when you used to go Red Room, and now you played in there.
Yeah.
Now surely you can see yourself where you've been somewhere else, and you think, yeah, it could be now possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yourself
Literally,
playing
you
there
don't.
now.
What we've achieved ourselves. We never thought we'd be doing what we're doing, like just this and.
It's
you
like
know,
I never,
it's-
yeah, like personally as well. I never thought like Virgil. I never thought he'd pour me a drink, but he did. Like it's mad. Like do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man.
Yeah, it is
But-
mad.
If you believe in it, you will achieve.
Yeah. And like you said, it's just network. It's just networking, isn't it? Just putting yourself out there. And,
Yeah, 100%.
No, that is all it.
Yeah.
You can meet one person one day and can change your life. You don't
Just
know.
be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dickhead. It's
Yeah.
like,
Did you ever think you'd be on a podcast like? Do you know what I mean? Like with
Yeah.
us, we never thought we'd be on a podcast with you.
I've ticked off my list now.
Yeah.
DC Turnaround podcast with Nearo boys. It's,
It's like my goal this year. I've done it before February. Cheers,
Come
boys.
on. Have you got any advice then for anyone that wants to become a DJ or don't
Aspiring
become a DJ? Or
would you say make your own music?
Yeah, that is a definite, but also that comes with time.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what there is now. There's a lot of courses, and a lot of one-to-one tuition, and a lot of online. What are they? They're not. What them chat rooms people do now?
like Zooms and that?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. And there's a lot of producers on that now, and you can sign up for that. And Josh Baker does one called Sympho.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
I was looking at that. I'm not gonna lie.
You can sign up for that, and he puts loads of stuff up on that. And there's tutorials from all different producers and everything.
Yeah.
But obviously, the producing does take time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like me, you'll make your first track and think, yeah, it's incredible. But it's just learning, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like even I'll look back in 5 years' time and think the tracks I'm making now are shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably do the same thing in 5 years' time and think about, oh, what was I doing then?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, I don't think there's ever a top limit to how good you are.
Yeah.
But you're always going to learn and think, yeah, that could be tweaked. And there's always new plugins and different stuff coming out that will always make it more crisper or more like the sound you want to make it. But I don't think there's never like a top. But the other, like you said, being humble as well,
Yeah.
which is a
Definitely.
massive thing. It's just not being that person, not humble, is not going to get you anywhere, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, like, as a promoter, it just rubs you up the wrong way, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what we look at pretty much. It's like, what are you actually like
Yeah.
as well? Like,
Like, we want the best for them at the end of the day.
Yeah,
don't we?
100%.
Like,
But if you're gonna act like you're the dogs, then what's the
I think
point?
when you think you're too good, when you're not, if you know what I mean. When you think you should be doing, like you said, your opening set sort of thing, do them. And like I said, we've been like I said last time,
But yeah,
we'll do anything,
yeah.
even if it's a back garden or
Well,
it's a
it's
pub
just the
somewhere.
right way to be.
Just do it. You know what I mean? It's you never know what you're going to get from that one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So-
I've seen some people's advice and saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be playing here, there, and everywhere. You should be only playing them sort of events or them sort of events." But the thing is, there's so many DJs out there who want to play that event that you want to play.
Yeah.
So I think just getting yourself on the map and getting
take
yourself,
it,
the more venues and stuff under your belt, I think the better it is, because you never know. You could play an empty room, but the promoter's standing in the back, or the venue manager,
Yeah.
and they're listening. Or there could be someone at the door, like coming in, and they hear like a track and think, "Oh, who's that?"
Yeah.
And as you're coming off, they see it's you.
Yeah.
You never know who's listening.
Literally, you never know who could be there.
Who could be there exactly?
Never.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think even small things like if you're in the crowd and like whoever's DJing comes in the crowd afterwards. I remember I went to see Hannah Lang once, and she came into the crowd afterwards. Like, I was never DJing back then, but had you have been, and you just got into first name terms, or you made like spoke to each other. If you ever sent her anything or messaged her, she might remember you.
Yeah, yeah, she might
Like-
remember. Yeah.
Is she a sound?
Yeah, so sound. Like her and Chris Stussy, the only people like I've seen that have come into the crowd after their sets and like had a boogie with everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's what I would like to do as a DJ if I ever get anything like that. Like, because that's where I started ultimately.
Of course. Like, at
And-
one point, we were all in that crowd.
And
do
I
you
know
what
the
Yeah.
feeling, like watching someone and then come in the crowd and have a dance with you, like it's the sickest thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I also think when you're down in the crowd and someone chats to you, chat to them and stuff. 'Cause I think I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. The person who don't even DJ is no better than me. If you know what I mean, you're still a human. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's how you put yourself out there. I think you like network it, like you said, like Mosey and stuff. I always say Mosey because he interacts with the crowd. You know, he does things for the crowd. You know what I mean? So it's not just you don't just turn up, does his gig, walk away, and go. You never see of him. Like he gets involved, if you know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean. And I
100%.
think you've got to like involve the crowd.
Yeah.
Don't just be that guy, turn up, do your gig, and then just
I try and not turn up like at least an hour before, sometimes
Yeah.
even two. And yeah, a lot of the time before I go on, I'll sit in the green room, whatever, and have a drink with everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after I've played, then I'll go and dance floor.
yeah.
But even then, like all the promoters say, sometimes people like turn up 10 minutes before the gig and don't even speak to the promoter. Just go, oh, hi, yeah, where's the rider? But
Yeah.
then they sit in the room, don't chat to anyone, then they go on and they fuck off after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And,
yeah,
it's like, and then the promoters always say to me, it ain't a good look to them. Like
No,
they
it
want to
isn't.
get to know the guy who's playing and then have a chat with him and stuff. I said it's nice when people just have a chat with them like
Yeah.
normal people.
One day they're paying decent money. You could have just be nice to them, if you know what I mean. Like someone's
Literally,
giving you that
no,
much
yeah,
money.
yeah, 100%. That's a
could be
really
like,
good point.
you know,
Yeah.
It's when someone orders a full bottle of whatever on a rider, has one drink, then just leaves
Yeah,
it.
it's just leaves it.
Yeah.
And they've put all the money and effort. Just
Yeah.
ask for a shot if you're on
Yeah,
like, want a drink.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I'd always say humble is the best way forward. Definitely.
But it's been promoters where I've played sometimes, and they've come in, and I said, like, do you want a drink out of the rider? They're like, "Oh, we can have a drink out of that. You brought it.
Yeah.
And I was like, have any of the other boys got drinks on? No, we only brought you one. No one else. And I'm like, what's no one else got a drink? They all have to buy theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's like Sammy, innit? When he asked us if we want a drink, we were like, can we have
I
one?
was like, all right, mate, no worries, thank you very much.
It's even the promoter where I went, I can't remember where it was. And even he was having to buy his own drinks. It's like, how come you've got me my rider, but you didn't even get yourself a
Oh,
drink?
really?
So he was buying his own drinks. And I was like, no, just help yourself.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, fucking hell.
But they'll remember that, if
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean. And
yeah.
They should have brought themselves, well, not in a bad way, but
Yeah,
I can't believe
No.
they didn't have a drink for
Yeah,
like
themselves.
100%.
I said, they'll remember you being like that and thinking, well, definitely have 100%.
Well, I
have
feel
it.
a bit of a dick. They were like paying for drinks at the bar, and I'm sitting there with like a bottle of vodka. Yeah.
So, on riders, what's on your rider then?
It was vodka and lemonade,
Okay.
because I just thought, when my mates come in, obviously I'll share out with the riders, so I got something that pretty much anyone
Everyone
would
can
drink.
drink. Yeah, 100%.
So I normally have a couple of beers on there because I like to start off
Yeah.
pretty slow. And then the problem is, I've never ever seen a DJ, and I don't know if it's the right look, standing there with bottles of beers in your hand while you're playing.
Yeah.
It's always I have like a short
cup,
when I'm playing.
Yeah.
So then I have now Patron and pineapple juice.
Patron pineapple juice.
Or
That's a
you should say
curveball.
pineapple and Patron.
Yeah, Patron, fair play.
What would be yours?
Red Stripe.
Nah, you are that DJ.
Nah. To be fair, thinking about it now, probably a rum or a Hague. To be fair,
Yeah.
with lemonade or Coke, one of the two. That would be on my rider for sure, 100%.
Mine definitely be rum.
Yeah, you are rum. Man.
Yeah. Cool.
But it's always like, we want to do shots like halfway through the set as well. It's like, oh yeah, we've poured you a shot, you got a straight shot of vodka. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, not now, please, not now. Yeah.
Have you ever DJ where you've been a bit like, fuck?
Too far gone.
Oh, back when I first started, yeah. Because when you first start, you're all in the scene. You think, God, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
So you're slamming down the drink stuff, and then sometimes I wouldn't remember the song I played last. It's like I come off and I'm like,
Just playing the song over and over again.
but then you realise when I was getting booked for these like more events and stuff, it was like it isn't the right thing to be portraying. It's not the right behaviour.
Yeah.
You're there at the end of the day. You are there to enjoy yourself, but you are being paid, and it's
Yeah.
a job.
Well,
Job,
yeah.
yeah. You've got to be professional, ain't you? Kind of.
So of course you can have fun and stuff, and yeah, everyone has drinks and stuff. But I think now I am older and a bit more sensible.
Yeah.
That of course I enjoy myself and stuff, but I don't ever take it too far. And now, when I've had enough, I've had enough. If you know what I mean, it's not.
Chan.
Oh dear.
I think it is that young sort of attitude though, that you just go out and you just drink because you've had a
Yeah.
long week and you just drink till you can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
I try not to now, to be fair.
Try.
Nah, genuinely.
Fucking hell.
Like
the worst one, EJ.
No, I'm not.
You fucking are,
No, I'm
mate.
not.
You are.
Sammy was the only one that I got like obliterated, but that's fine. What are you laughing at? But now
I ain't gonna go there.
I want to just try and like, because as you mentioned,
Just
I
be
do-
on my wavelength. Just
I know, but I don't know about you, Micah, but like for me, I've got to have obviously a few drinks to
Take the edge off.
take the edge off, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. But I don't think that's a good thing. Also, I think you should be able to DJ just
Sober.
I'm
almost sober. You
the
know?
same, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like I played 338 last year and I was
Yeah.
driving. And that was another venue that I'd never played before, and that was one that I used to go to.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit, not nervous about playing, but a bit like, oof. Then got on and I didn't move or nothing. And I felt a bit sort of like, just looking at the
Very
decks.
stiff
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then it took me about sort of 15 minutes and I felt myself.
Yeah.
But if, like you said, you took that edge off first, I get up there and I'm a bit more confident because someone used to say to me, you never have stage presence, so I just used to stand there, not just stand on the decks and just look down.
Yeah.
I used to hate looking at the crowd and moving or anything.
Yeah.
But you are also there. If people there just listen to music, you would stand behind a closed door.
Yeah.
But they're there to see you and watch you as well.
You're an entertainer as well at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think if they see you moving,
They'll
it's
move as well,
they
yeah.
want to move as well. If you're standing there, look bored, they're going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Who's that DJ goes absolute mental? He's like throwing up his fucking, that one with the bald head.
Oh, what, the techno DJ?
Nah, he's all over TikTok. He like literally gets on top of the decks and starts like proper going hard dancing.
Oh, I've
who is-
seen it, yeah.
What's his name?
No, I've seen it.
There is a techno one that does twizzles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that
one
techno one. Yeah, that guy there, bro. He's oh my days. I want to
you
see
seen
him
it?
live so bad.
I it might be the one I'm
same
on.
guy, bro.
He like
Is it?
does twizzles and
It's
stuff.
quite old sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be him.
Definitely bold, but
He's
yeah,
usually
he's
got like black jeans on or something.
Proper skin tight
Yeah.
stuff.
proper.
A big old like V-neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is that, to be fair.
What do you do then to like chill out a little bit? Obviously, produce, DJ. Got something like
We
watch
say like
TV?
football sort of things.
Yeah, you say chill out, but
Never chill out.
that's the thing. It's like, because of work, it's getting home, and then normal people would sit there and watch Netflix for the night or stuff. But now running the label as well, it's sorting stuff out for that while doing my own music. And that goes up to like midnight every night.
Yeah.
And on the weekends, I feel like it's a free day without work, so I can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So then I do music pretty much all day apart from football. And then I always use my spare time to try and do music, which is probably what I shouldn't do. I should probably sometimes have a bit of time off, but I feel like I have that spare time, so I just want to use it to keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Do you work like standard hours full time during the week then, or is it quite flexible with any of your events or dates or anything?
Yeah, self-employed, so I can
Oh, that's
when
alright,
when I
yeah.
need to take time off,
That's good.
I'll just obviously go and do, which is helpful with DJing. So I think I'd struggle if I was doing like a set hours job. So then
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to go on a Thursday.
Yeah,
It'd be like another day's holiday gone, another day of this.
Yeah.
100%. I think like that is one of the harder things with up and coming DJs, like balancing the work life with gigs, because a lot of the first gigs you don't necessarily get paid,
No, that's the
or
thing.
you're
Yeah.
not getting paid enough, and you are still having to work full time.
But that was my problem when I first started last year and we was doing it every weekend. It was clashing with my
Yeah.
job,
It's just
and
like,
it's like,
fuck
you
it.
know, I had
It
my
tires you at the weekend as well.
yeah, and I've got to be up every weekend like 7 o'clock, Saturday, Sunday. Like there's no getting out of it. So it's just like I won't get home till like 3, 4 o'clock, and I'm thinking I've got to be up at 7.
Yeah,
You know, to do my
Literally.
job as well. And it's just like, mate, it was just clashing. I was like, then it got to the point I was like, what do you do? Is it worth it? We weren't getting paid, but you're living your best life, if you know what I mean. So it's like you're trying to find that balance, don't you? But I've slowed down a lot now. But yeah, it's nice every now and then to go out. But yeah, last year it's but like you said, you just got to find that balance, and you know,
I think you also get like inspiration when you go out as well,
yeah,
and like hear other DJs and different songs, and
yeah,
like I'll go to the gym as well. But what I'll try and do is every time I'm in the gym, I'll listen to a new mix.
yeah.
Of
So
like
you're technically working still while
Yeah.
you're at the gym.
but I'll listen to a new mix, and sometimes you'll come out and go, "God, I like that track.
Yeah,
Or I like that sound in that track." And then it gives you inspiration.
spur to.
Then I'm driving home from the gym at like 50 mile an hour, just to get home, just like, get down this idea that I've got
Yeah.
for a track.
yeah.
When would you say you're most productive in the nights?
After what I've just said, if I've heard,
After the gym or something?
I listen to a lot of radio too as well.
What?
Like, I can't stand like modern pop radio,
Yeah.
but I listen to a lot of old radio because it's got a lot of 80s and 90s.
Well, I suppose that's probably where you get your
house.
edits from. You listen to
Yeah.
a song and think, well, I could, you know.
And also a lot of the sort of 80s songs and stuff have all like the synths in and all the bass lines
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
and that is
Nice.
quite a lot of modern day house, but
Yeah.
obviously just sped up.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot
Yeah.
of like synthwave or 80s stuff, and that's what I'm into, sort of
Love a
thing.
bit of 80s.
Stuff like Donna Summer and stuff, and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Like all the old school stuff now, it's all coming back.
I guess
Yeah,
you're
it's-
getting like the raw version of it, so like you can listen to it and do what you want with it. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's not even sometimes the edit, but you hear like a bass line or a beat, or like just, it could even be a perk in a track or a snare.
yeah,
You think, cool, yeah, I like the sound of that, so then you can find something similar.
try replicate.
Or like, yeah, Taylor. Sometimes it would just be like a really crisp snare in the track. Then you can replicate that in yours, because sometimes you'll be making a track, you think, the clap don't sound right, or the snare don't sound right, or something like that. Or it could even be an open hat or something.
Mhm.
Then you hear it in
So
another
it's so
track and you
small.
think, that's just what I've been looking for.
Yeah, yeah. I think like last week they were saying how sometimes you can get so like hung up on your stuff. Like it is good to go out listen to other stuff, like have a break or like and then come back to it another day or and just look at it with fresh eyes.
100%.
How long would you say it takes you to make a track? Depends what, like roughly.
Yeah, I can't ever say a set time. Sometimes, if I've got an idea, I'll be able to get it down, and within 4 to 6 hours, I'll have a track done.
Fucking hell.
But then it could be the fact that I'll get an idea down, and then it could be 4 to 6 days or 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. It all depends, really.
Sometimes I'll just be running around in circles, listening to the same loop for about 4 hours at
Yeah.
night, and thinking, "Oh, what can I do? What can I do?" And then it gets to like start at 8 o'clock and you finish at midnight. You think, still sounds the same as 4 hours ago.
What's your favourite track you produced? What's your favourite one, and then which one do you think when you play it make the crowd?
See, my favourite one is one. Well, no, it's actually my edit of Sweet Dreams, the old
mate,
Eurythmics track.
You played that earlier, didn't you?
No,
Oh, you didn't?
no.
Come on,
Sweet.
Jake.
Before you, sorry. My bad.
Because it's an edit. Every time you put it up on SoundCloud, they take it down for copyright
So,
and everything. Like the only place that it's up on is Bandcamp. But everyone keeps asking, "Oh, where can I listen to it and stuff?" And on SoundCloud, I've had to filter out. So just as I'll have to show you.
I got a couple of yours off SoundCloud to be. I
It
can't
is-
remember which ones, but
The problem is that you have to filter it just
Yeah.
on the vocals.
Yeah.
So it isn't. It's how you'll listen to it now, and it sounds so bad
so why does it take it down?
because of it's copyrighted.
Right. Yeah.
Well, like, because it's too
The vocal.
clear.
Nah, it's just the
no, it's because you're literally using a song what's already been
Really?
released.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it'll be normal. Then you'll hear when I'm about to filter it down, it sounds so bad.
Oh my. That is
And then,
mental.
just before the drop, but it comes in like hell.
Fucking hell.
I've literally had to put in the thing, Sweet Dreams filtered for copyright. It's so annoying.
Yeah, 100%.
Because no one's going to listen to it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever run like people message you like, can you send me over? It's like songs and stuff.
Yeah, but the only thing, I won't like any songs. So I
Yeah.
thought you meant that one, because that one I can't put up on SoundCloud. So you can't, I literally have to put it up on Dropbox and send it out like that. Yeah, I've had a few. Most recently was Joseph Edmund. And that was weird, it was like 2:30 in the morning. I woke up and I had a message from Joseph Edmund. It was like, something like, "Oh, hi bro, can you send me over some tracks, please?" I was like, what was he doing in 2:30 in the morning?
Research.
Just going on to SoundCloud then, what's like, because I know you can see, who's like downloading your stuff. What's like the biggest net? Who's the biggest person who's liked,
Yeah, who's, like,
downloaded,
played one of your
or
songs,
reposted on your SoundCloud?
Reposted would be Scream.
Oh my god,
Mad.
fair play.
The biggest would have to be Joint of Corolla, Jamie, Bibby, and Caparati. Like played it.
What?
Fucking hell, that's mental.
Like the track last year, Corolla played it I think 82 times.
Really?
Like I've got videos.
Yeah.
And he played it from November till last August.
What track was that?
A one called Goodies.
Goodness.
Cool.
It got to the stage, I was like, not another video.
You play
Just keep getting like
again.
sent over.
Get your own sound.
I haven't even played the track more than like 4 times. I don't know how he's not bored of it.
That is mad to be fair though.
What song did Scream download? Same one.
That's the same one. Well, he reposted it to SoundCloud.
Really?
Fair play.
He's got like 90 reposts on his SoundCloud, and how long Scream had SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Probably like 100 years. But I'm like his 91st repost on like SoundCloud.
No, I love that.
That's sick. I think like things like that probably just give you that, like,
That drive to
going,
sort of give you, do more.
because sometimes you don't always hear it verbally from them. I'm guessing like, oh yeah, this is a good track, but like seeing them download it or seeing them play it, you're like, well, it must be fucking decent.
Yeah,
like,
it must be working.
When I
Something
see him
must be working.
download it, then I'll like stalk Instagram for like hours on end looking for videos.
sets, yeah.
And tell you what was weird, Richie played one at Glasgow. I think it was not last year, the year before. And that was obviously, I think Glasgow's in like June, isn't it? But I sent him over it on SoundCloud. So he hasn't got my Insta or anything, or I didn't think he had. Anyway, when I met him again last year, I like introduced myself and said, "Oh, Micah," and he knew who I was straight away. And he goes, "I played one of your songs at Glasgow, didn't I? I played this track." And I was like, "How the hell he's paid like, I don't know, it could be
That's-
like
yeah.
200 gigs in a year."
Yeah,
Yeah, and he
yeah.
remembers
And
that.
how he remembers
Yeah.
Yeah.
he played that one track at Glasgow when he's probably played like a 3-hour set,
Yeah.
and that he knew what I looked like and who I was just from saying the name Micah.
Yeah.
I was a bit like, what the hell?
That is mad,
Yeah,
really.
that's crazy.
Because on the surface, probably doesn't look like much, but like you say, thinking about it,
Because he knew exactly what track it was as well.
yeah. Like we've played sets where I can tell you I could tell you some tracks, but probably not to that depth
Yeah.
of like who it's by or whatnot.
Yeah.
So that is cool to know they think.
Well, that's the thing. He's probably
think
got that only track of mine. Like, I don't think he's downloaded any others, but he knew exactly what track it is. I couldn't even remember what track it was. And he said, "Oh no, it was that track, wasn't it?" How do you even know?
Probably a weapon, one of his weapons.
Secret weapons, yeah, 100%.
It's mad.
So, adding on to that, then, have you got anything big lined up this year?
Yeah, what's your
Anything you can
plans?
announce,
What's your
or-
plans for the future? Like, have you got anything you can tell us, or
Is it all under wraps?
This year, there's been a few confirmed, but there's been a lot in talk. With my label this year as well, we're branching out to parties as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully one in the north, one in the south. We've also got potential at the moment, which is in talks of one of the label parties in Italy as well, over the summer. There's talks of me going, I can't say where yet, but South America, maybe on a mini tour this year as well. But nothing is fully confirmed yet.
Yeah.
So I always try not to get too excited over stuff like that, because it could just be talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, where is your most like your listeners then? Is it UK based, or like you said, if you're doing a tour in South America?
A lot is in Brazil and Argentina.
Really?
Most is in Miami and LA.
That's
Fucking hell.
interesting.
Oh, it is, yeah.
That's really interesting.
And
to be fair.
Like if I go on SoundCloud, it's like my top 10. In top 10 is UK, America, Brazil, Argentina. Italy's in there as well. I can't remember the last like 5 or 6, but I always remember them lot are in there. Colombia's in there as well.
Oh,
Lot of
Colombia, we are.
All of us would.
I don't think we'd come back.
One
Get a
last
permanent
part.
residency out there.
I'll be wiped up with 10 kids in about a year.
The scene
Yeah,
over there's
true.
popping off at the moment, just in South America. Like, all together.
I've seen, to be fair, even
Well,
Giants,
yeah,
some of their stuff
literally,
was played
in Brazil, yeah.
in Brazil, which is just mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, and it's weird. You'd thought they'd like the Latin house out there,
Yeah, 100%.
which
yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
But now they like the deep tech and
Yeah.
sort of that solid groove, sort of.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know why.
But yeah, I'd like to go out there, especially Colombia.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Get us guest list on one of you over there.
I've heard they do really good food out there and drinks. Local cuisines on taste.
Oh, right. Have you got anything else?
I've got. We do a segment where we do Q and A's, but we've had
Oh,
one
yeah.
in today. This is from. This is from Casey. He's a local D&B artist. He asked if you could swap lives from this second with any DJ, who would it be, and why?
I don't know what any other DJ's doing in a second.
Yo,
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
I could switch and there could be some really sus stuff going on in another DJ's life.
I bet I'll lead on with that.
Go on.
No, I was going to say, like, what is the maddest thing you've seen? You have to mention
You'd
names.
have, you'd have to
but,
mention
like,
names.
A DJing or something where you're like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
We didn't expect it, sort of.
I don't really know. I haven't seen much mad stuff really in person. Well, because I can't remember half the time. I probably am that mad.
Everyone else, loads of stories.
If you asked anyone else who has seen me play, they'll probably tell you loads. No, I haven't really seen like anything mad really in person. Not really. No, I think now a lot of people like Scream when I met him. He's now a totally sort of much more settled down and much more like Because when you see the videos of him like
I've heard stories.
years ago,
Yeah.
I've heard stories.
the ultimate like sort of party animal. But yeah, when I met him, he's a lot more sort of now lower and sensible,
Yeah.
which is such a shame. I was expecting a wild night.
But other than that,
And that, any questions you've got you want to ask us, or
I'm not really a good thinker, really, for questions. But what have you boys got planned this year then?
I don't know if we're allowed to dive into it yet.
well,
We've got two potentials. One's pretty much confirmed, which is local, which we can't wait to announce.
Yeah, that's.
We've got another one which is semi-local, Huntingdon,
Yeah,
which we can't wait to announce. But other than that, I think it's just pushing events this year, especially in Peterborough.
I mean, you've got some
For
good.
us,
Like
yeah.
you're supporting like more in Stamford.
Yeah, supporting more in Stamford, which is going to be kind of
That one's
sick.
just been announced, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in February, end of Feb, which would be cool. But other than that, it's just focusing on this.
yeah, Nearo and
Nearo, trying to
And
get
we
the
want to do
brand
our
out.
own events. We're going to push our own events more. So
Yeah.
we've got one in April. Is
Go
it
on.
April?
Oh, we're allowed to announce it as well because the video's going to release next week and we're announcing it on Saturday.
yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
true that.
If you want to announce it,
Yeah, so we've got an announcement. We're doing an event on April the 5th. Speed Garage UKG 140. We've
Red
got-
Room.
You just say the headliner.
Yeah, we can say the headliner. Oh, yeah, we're allowed to.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just excited.
I'm
You were
very
going to tell
excited.
me earlier.
Oh, I'm really excited. So, fingers crossed we can see you there. Fingers crossed if we don't clash with anything. You know, silver bumper. No.
Yes.
Nah,
Is
no.
it silver spelt with an A on the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Silver bumper. We've got him, and then we've got this female lass called Carly Jane who's coming down, and it's just filled with
From
like
Sheffield.
from Sheffield, yeah, up north, Doncaster, Sheffield.
Yeah,
was it?
no Carly.
And then yeah, just filled with our lineup, but it's just going to be a groovy night.
Yeah.
Red room. It'll be a good laugh.
Something
No,
different.
I'm looking
I'm
forward
looking
to it.
forward to it. If
They
you
still
want to
got
be
the
a guest list,
CO2 and everything in there.
what's that?
CO2.
Still got CO2, yeah. Oh, we need to see if we can get that hooked up.
Yeah.
So if you're about guest list,
All right, cheers.
Guest list for life. There you go. That's fine. Guest list for life.
but then we've got one. We want to do on what end of the year.
We want to do a first birthday as well.
I might have a chat about.
We might have a chat about that.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we get something sorted. But
But we've got
Yeah.
some biggish names as well. If we want to get on that.
yeah, biggish names we want to go.
So, yeah.
fingers crossed we can get everything in place. And
Need to bring the regular events back to Red Room, really.
Yeah.
Because there is that space,
Market
I think,
for it,
round
isn't
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I,
think
mean,
it's something we could
Sin's
do.
doing it drum and bass, but definitely needs.
The house UKG aspect can be
Yeah.
filled like easily as well.
Definitely, there's no one doing that.
I know that Mixer and Under had to step it up, which they have done massively.
Yeah.
But I think there is a lot of people missing them monthly
Them
events.
between,
mixers, yeah.
yeah.
What are you doing at the end of the month? Go mixer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Because now they have to wait, what,
6
4
months,
months?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. They stagger their events, and it's so jarring. Like,
Well, like I
it's
said, we're doing our first on April Red Room. We'll see how that goes, and then hopefully build a relationship with them.
back
there
in July,
and
yeah, fingers crossed back in July, and then yeah, just stem off that.
go from there. Really.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very
No,
much.
cheers, mate.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned.
Big things coming.
Another thing we ask everyone: who do you think we should get on here next or in the future? You can go stupid.
You could go stupid. You could be realistic.
Who's that guy from? Where did he say he's from?
Which one?
Oh, Manchester.
Oh,
That's a randomer.
I'll pull him in here.
OJ, yeah, come through. Yeah, come through. That's fine. But
What, localised?
could be
Let's,
anyone.
yeah, let's have a look.
Anyone you know personally, like anyone, any artists you know, who'd be keen to do something like this.
See, a lot of the people that I know are now are based in sort of London, and
Yeah, yeah,
cause that's where I've met a lot of my friends as well. They're just going to events and stuff, and
Yeah.
booked on the same lineups. And now, like some of my best friends, some of the promoters used to book me like 3 years ago.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay,
And
yeah,
like now we go on holiday and stuff together. Like that's coming from like being booked.
yeah,
Even promoters, really. Just
yeah. Promoters
anything.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So that'd be, yeah, I'd say get a promoter on,
Yeah, we haven't really had that.
because
yet.
they've got a totally different
Not other
side.
Mixo,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Like looking at the scene from a DJ to like, having a promoter.
Yeah.
And then having a promoter might also give you tips as well for when you do your events.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
It'd be interesting. Obviously, we've had Mixo, but it'd be interesting to have like a club-based promoter
Yeah,
because that's obviously what we're going to be focusing
that's what
on
we're aiming on
for the
this
time
year,
being.
Yeah.
And maybe from a different city as well. Because we've
Micah's like, bruh.
My eyes just on the pop wife.
this guy.
Edit. Put the dog away, bro. Smart.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Also, maybe we'd like get an actual like raver on who like just goes like ain't a DJ, not a promoter,
To be
but
fair, yeah, that's a really good shout.
get someone off the dance floor.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
someone well known who does a lot.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
that guy that just appears everywhere? Hussein or something?
Oh, Hussein Arif. Oh my god.
Who?
Hussein Arif. So, bro, this guy,
Wait, if
yeah.
you come on, that'd be
Bro,
dope.
he is literally everywhere, isn't it? Like, he gets himself in the weirdest scenarios.
Just gets in for free.
Gets in for free. Like, ended up going like Coachella for free. Ended up at an after party in
He
like
was
the
on.
hills.
He was on
like-
Squid Games on Netflix.
Yeah. it's a proper weird,
Very
man.
weird.
Honestly, like, if you look into him and see what he's in, you're like, how the fuck has this guy actually gone so far? Like,
Active.
But it started on TikTok, wasn't it?
yeah, TikTok,
Yeah.
literally.
It started off just be like, come with me guys to try and get into like Creamfields for free. And he'd like jump a fence or go under a fence. And it kept happening. And then now like he doesn't really do the TikToks as such. Like people just take a photo like why the fuck is he here?
How is he here?
TikTok for it.
Like why is he at like the fucking Queen's coronation or something?
Literally, now on a real, like, it's so weird, man. The guy's so funny.
Yeah, but we've got quite a good lineup
Yeah.
of people we're having on here. So yeah, I
Fingers
think
crossed.
that's.
Yeah.
Don't want to keep you too long. It's fucking. Yeah.
To end then, what can people expect from your mix?
There's quite a few in there that are upcoming on my label,
Yeah.
and a couple of new unreleased bits from myself as well.
Nice.
And also, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say it or not, but there's an unreleased one in there from Beltran and Universe as well, and that was the Push It track,
Nice.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
which
Yeah.
I think is coming out on Universe's label maybe in the next couple of months.
sweet.
But that's the one that's been literally everywhere all over TikTok from
Yeah.
Pauser.
Yeah.
And everyone kept saying it's Pauser's track, it's Pauser's. No, it's not.
It
It's
really
Beltran
isn't.
and
Yeah.
Universe.
Yeah.
Heard it first.
Heard it first, yeah. Sweet.
Nice one.
Cool.
Look forward to it. I
We
can't
appreciate
wait
you
to
coming
hear
on.
it.
No, thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you
Yeah.
very much, man. It's been
Thank you,
nice.
bro.
I've enjoyed it. It's been good.
It's
Yeah,
been really,
big
really
time.
nice.
Yeah,
It's fun,
it's-
to be fair. It's felt quite natural
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
We
It always
hope you
does
feel
when,
the
when
same.
it go when the
Yeah.
time flies by. It's just
I was gonna
Time
say,
flies by when you're having fun, bro. So,
so yeah.
Nice one.
Thanks for watching
Like, subscribe.
as always. And thanks again, Micah.
Yeah, all your details will be in the description.
Cheers.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we'll put bits and bobs in
do
there.
you want to shout out your label real quick before we end it?
It's right on there.
Oh,
Right on
come
there.
on.
Come on. We'll plug that on the wall.
Gritty
as well.
Records.
Gritty Records.
Sweet.
Cool.
Nice one. Ciao.
my day. Make my day.